All right, this is a trade recap for Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. Number 4 of one and done, 4 of 10 for phase 4. A little exercise for building consistency and practicing discipline and all that good stuff. I think anything off the top? Nope. Price action today was pretty good. I'm going to say normal-ish. Was kind of expecting more of a continuation from kind of the style price action we saw yesterday, but no, again, it was pretty straightforward. Other than that, don't think I really have all that much at this moment. So if you are looking for a high-level coach or mentor because you are new or struggling with day trading, I highly recommend you learn from Pat Mitchell. He runs a service called Trick Trades. You can find it at tricktrades.com. That is who I learn from, and he is a phenomenal teacher. And you can find a lot of information on the site. I would say go ahead, give it a read over, see if it's what you're looking for. If it's not, all good. But I would, do you want to do this on a professional level? This is really who you need to be learning from, because he proves it day in, day out, every day on screen share live. Now, this is an education service. It is not a, again, alert service where you shadow trades and do that kind of thing. You're here to learn how to do this on your own. That way, again, should you have a need to do it on your own, you can do so. If you kind of want a style of kind of like how he presents information and everything, you can jump over to his YouTube page. Like I said, he's been at this over a decade now. And as you can see on his page, or you will, he has over 1,700 videos on there. So there's an entire vault of phenomenal trading information. But it'll be on you to put all the pieces together with that, which will be a hell of a feat to do. So if you want to kind of bypass that route and probably have a much more clear-cut path and higher likelihood of a success, then I'd highly recommend simply joining the service and, again, seeing for yourself. If you're truly interested, look down in the description below. You'll find a couple of links to the membership, and you'll save a little bit of money on your first month so you can give it a shot. And hopefully we will see you there. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the charts. All right, so here's the recording from this morning. It's about 10 seconds before the open. But a quick lay of the land for people that might be new to this. We only trade SPY and Qs. We don't trade any other tickers. We don't chase like catalyst, momentum, news, like that kind of stuff. We only trade SPY and Qs, the two most liquid like ETFs that are basically on the market. So up here on this top row, this is SPY. Down here on the bottom row is Qs. These are the daily charts here on the left. These are the 1 minute intraday charts in the middle, and I keep my order execution here on the right. Now, starting the night before and refining the morning of, Pat will go through, see what levels look to be in play, what is, again, might be tested, something that, again, we can develop, or he can develop a trade plan around that we will then trade. So once he does that, those blue levels don't move. They are static. They do not get adjusted. They do not get tweaked. Nothing. They stay exactly where they are. If you find that you're having to move these levels to, again, after the market has opened, you kind of don't have a trade plan. And as he reiterates to us and actually to everyone, even in his YouTube videos, it's like, again, the key to this is preparation, and preparation is the most important thing, one of the most important things in this. And if you don't do that preparation, you're deer in the headlights, basically guaranteed, because things will, again, happen and you have no idea what to do. So preparation. Now, that being said, on the daily charts, and then again on the charts in general, you'll see a red dash line marked risk. I like a visual cue to my risk, so that is what I throw on there. That is my personal preference. He does not. You may not. So it's one of those things where, again, just one of those things I do currently. Again, it's always subject to change as, again, we kind of evolve and grow as traders. So, like I said, about 10 seconds before the open, we are opening just above this level on SPY and just above this level here on Qs. So again, it's one of those things where kind of see what we're going to do. And even though we were in this level, we were discussing, Pat was discussing with us that there is an opportunity to take a trade off of this, basically what we were risking off of for this short. So if it's already kind of above this level, again, he said that probably going to execute a quick trade, again, and small trade here off of this level just to kind of see what happens. So let's buy kind of above this level, small thing. We're gotta kind of see how ultimately these both play out. So go ahead and hit play here. And one thing we've also been seeing in the open is, again, a pretty solid pop. So it's one of those things where it's like, be ready at the open. Have your orders set, have everything good to go. Because as you see, boom. So I whack it with 2 right off the gate. And in less than 60 seconds, or probably less than 15 seconds, jumped out of that position. Came in with 2, got out with 2. The P&L on that one alone was $65. So quick screenshot there. So that was on just 2 contracts. So roughly $32 per contract, which is from an, like, I guess, an average perspective, north of 20 is usually pretty good per contract with how the strategy is laid out. And again, how you should be trading, especially again, for just getting a starter in. And that was all I got in, was that starter. So that was basically my one and done trade for today. And yeah, I mean, it happened quick, and that's sometimes what happens. So I'll go ahead and kind of step through this so you can kind of see just how the first few minutes kind of unfolded. Kind of comes back down to level, really starts pushing. So again, was there more meat on the bone? Sure. It's like, but did it give me a chance to re-enter? Not really. Plays with the level a little bit. Grab screenshots. As you can see, it comes up. That would have been the good time to potentially, but it's kind of like, seeing how SPY is kind of breaking over its highs and coming up. It's one of those things where it's like, now it's looking super dicey. So it came down, tested support or technical level as support. So it's one of those things where, okay, now it's probably going to want to move higher. Now it comes back down. So again, if you had a larger account, again, one of those things where you could have potentially taken a small ad there to reap the reward of that quick reaction. Just because, again, it's kind of going back and forth, just trying to figure out what it wants to do. And again, both are now starting to move higher. And this is where, again, if you hadn't paid yourself, again, you kind of get squeezed out of your own position. So that's why it's very important to do so, especially as an account builder. And yeah, so that's pretty much how that went for the first like 10 minutes or so. Getting the actual chart so you can see. All right, so I just pull my entries real quick. Now it did come higher, a little bit higher, and then ultimately like completely bailed. So again, one of those interesting things. Now, would you have, again, continued to ride that? Well, I mean, you got to respect your risk. So, okay, comes up, comes through, kind of pulls back. SPY is kind of above its level here. So it's one of those things where it's like, again, you don't have a whole lot above these. So it's one of those things where it's like, you got to be mindful of your risk and respectful of that. So depending on, again, exactly how this lines up, it's one of those things where I would have stopped out probably, again, came through my risk, pulled back a little bit, kind of looks like it's going to hold here and starts to push up. So I probably would have started, if I had anything, probably would have stopped out there, ultimately to have it turn around and come right back down, which is fine, because that's the other thing is like, you're at a stage in this where you can actually take more than one. You're allowing yourself to take more than one trade in a day. Well, I mean, look at that. Came in 2 morning lows. Could have taken that long. Got a good solid reaction back up on both SPY and Qs. So it's one of those things where, again, plenty of opportunity, as Pat points out, every single day, both long and short. But all in all, again, it was a quick day. But yeah, I mean, it was nice overall in terms of just quick in, quick out. So in terms of like having, again, no hesitation on that. Again, especially that initial pop. Again, usually the first, and again, that opening candle can be this quote unquote scariest candle, but sometimes that's also where the opportunity lies. So just again, being prepared to act accordingly when a level triggers. Okay, that's what you got to do. That's the job, as Pat likes to tell us. Like, this is the job. This is what you signed up for. Execute. Do not hesitate. Do your job. So all in all, it's a pretty good day there, and just kind of like wheeling this back a little bit. See, like again, one thing where it's like, yeah, did we ultimately start really kind of pushing up and cruising up? And like, yeah, again, that's the thing about like these positions is like, again, if you can leave a little chunk on sometimes, you can be surprised at what you make off of a singular contract or a small set of contracts, but you have to get yourself to that point. Another thing is you also don't want to be chained to the desk watching this crap for a significant amount of time of your day. That's not the point. The point of this is, again, like a lot of people think it's about making, money. And it's really more about getting your freedom back. Basically replace your income with day trading so you can then get it done within the first hour, hour and a half, 2 hours even tops, and then move on with your day. So you can actually enjoy it and live life. So again, with that being said, I'm trying to think. Emotions were good, especially on that pop count. No hesitation, no fear, no emotional whiplash or any kind of like even indication. And that was, yeah, good because that's exactly what you want. Now, granted, it was only 2 contracts, so yeah, just how you have to kind of play these things. So far, I would say this phase is going well. And yeah, it's more or less all I have. Hopefully everyone had a good morning and a good morning session. And if you're looking for high level coaching and mentorship, again, Pat Mitchell, tricktrades.com. So you need just that simple. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys later or tomorrow for the next one, and we will go from there. Thanks, and have a good one.